Hmm. Just telling uh, two mantras specifically for Namkarna Samskara we have to study. So before we go into the details of it, we should know certain basic things which I have discussed here and there, and I consolidated in one place. We look into it. When I say we, I refer to the soul. When I say you, I refer to the soul. When I say I refer to the soul. That's the first thing. The souls are different, but it is finite. The number of souls are finite, but as far as we are concerned, it is infinite for us because we cannot understand the number of souls. We cannot count them for us. And these souls are different from one another because of their samskaras. Samskara is impression. The impressions what the souls carry is different from one person to another person. There is one soul to another soul. So I got infinite as well as finite number of souls. Infinite from our point of view, finite from the overall point of view. And they're all different. They carry their own samskaras. Because the difference in samskaras, one soul is different from the other. That's the first thing. Then, I have to understand what is birth and death. I've spoken about it here and there, but I have to consolidate and speak here because that mantra refers to all those things. Birth is a soul getting its own instrument, its own Sharira Indra Manas. So the Sharira Indra Manas, what we are seeing, is made of inert matter, and the soul resides in, and the soul has got control over the Sharira Indra Manas. This Sharira Indra Manas for the soul is specific and unique and for its own use. I cannot use the Sharira Indra Manas somebody for my work. I want my own instrument, Sharira Indra Manas. And only I can use it or nobody else can. It's exclusively for my use, my personal use. That's another thing that we have to understand. Understanding this is very simple. I cannot see through your eyes. You cannot listen through my ears. Simple. You want our own instrument. So this we call as Abhimani Jiva. A Jiva, a soul which has got its own very personal Sharira Indriya Manas. That's the first. Then, how do they get their Sharira Indriya Manas? What is the basis? What's the parameter? Because the Sharira Indriya Manas, what the soul gets, is different for different souls. It's not the same. It's not a prototype. We are not manufacturing them in a machine and you take it, we are not distributing like that. So the Sharira Indriya Manas, what they get, is dependent on the karma phala. I have done a lot of actions in the previous births. So birth and rebirth is very much true and scientific. So whatever they have done in the earlier birth, as a result of it, they get the present birth. Patanjali, a Rishi who has written about yoga, has said very clearly, Jati Ayu Bhoga. These are the three aspects what you get because of your karma phala. Jati Ayu Bhoga. Jati doesn't mean caste. I repeat again, Jati doesn't mean caste. It means a species. In species, a person is born. Thus decided based on their karma phala, the result of their actions. Ayu, the capacity of the instrument, is not in terms of years, but in terms of the capacity of the instrument. Bhoga, their share of the environment, the parents that they have to get, the wealth, what they are starting with. In their life, a person may be born with a silver spoon. The mouth, maybe a person is born on the pavement. We don't know. It's all the result of the karma phala. Jati Ayu Bhoga. Where do they collect this karma phala? After doing karma. When? In the previous janma. So the previous janma could be two. It could be a human being or a non-human being. If it's a non-human being, there's no opportunity for the soul to gain its karma phala. It is to reduce the negative karma phala, what it has done in earlier lives. That's just like a state of imprisonment for the animal. So there it suffers, it experiences some of the negativities, and finally, negativity is limited. It can't do beyond a certain thing, and its negative result is reduced a lot, and then it again takes a human form. So it keeps on changing from human to non-human form in the birth and death cycle. So this Veda is very clear. Sadhri chir vishu chir vasana avarivarti bhuvaneshu antaha. The soul takes different bodies. The body which walks vertically and also the body which walks horizontally. So it keeps on moving from one to another, not only in this world what we know, in different worlds which we don't know. That's what it says. It keeps on moving. So it takes its own instrument in the form of a human being or in the form of a non-human being. In the form of a non-human being, it's only a state of reducing the negative results. It can't increase any good things, positive things. But whereas a human being has got the capacity to improve its quality. That's improve the quality of the soul by handling or by managing the impressions what the soul carries. This goes on. This birth and death cycle goes on and on and on. And we are not able to track down all the lives that we have passed on. But we know that we have passed through several lives. We were born earlier, we have died earlier, we have born earlier, died. It's a big chain. It's been going, but I'm not able to track what is in the previous life, what is in the previous to previous life, and so many things. We have got our own limitations. Our comprehension is very much limited. Our understanding is very much limited. Then, another thing we have to understand here. Okay, in this birth, I have this father, I got this mother. I got this brother, I got this sister. I got this teacher, I got this environment. What was it in the earlier life? I don't know. So each life I pass on through death. I have got a new set of parents, new set of brothers and sisters, new environment, new scenario. So every time it changes. I keep on moving, I keep on traveling from one Sharindra Manas to another Sharindra Manas, and from there to another Sharindra Manas. It's not permanent, it's not fixed for me. Whatever I do as a result of that karma phala, I take another body, Sharindra Manas, then another Sharindra Manas. It's a continuous journey for me. That continuous journey for me, that's why I'm called as Atma, Ata Satatya Gamane. That's the root from which Atma is derived. The one which is in a continuous journey is called as an Atma. Continuous journey. Which exists continuously even without this journey, without Sharindra Manas, is called as Parama Atma. Paramatma. You may feel, these are my parents, this is my mother, this is my father, this is my etc. etc. But it's only for this life. I had a different father, I had a different mother, I had a different scenario in the previous birth. Before that is something else from one point. From the other point, I think this is my child, this is my son, this is my daughter, this is my granddaughter, grandson, everything. How long? As long as this life is concerned, as long as I am in this physical body. Once I quit this physical body, the very physical body is not mine. And all the relationships like son, daughter, grandson, this and that, everything will vanish in one stroke once I die. That's the reality. And as parents, what is our duty? Okay, I have got children. I say it's my children, it's my daughter, my son. Okay, fine. What's your duty? Our relationship with our children or our relationship with our kith and kin, it's all temporary. One day I die. Once I die, it's all gone. So in such is the condition, my duty shall be to help them to improve their standard of the soul. Because this can be done only in the human form, underline. Otherwise I can't do it. So in this human form, it's possible for me, I have to encourage them to uplift their souls, purify those souls, strengthen their souls. I have to motivate them and inspire them. And my role is to help them in doing that. That's the best I can do as a parent for my children and grandchildren. And this whole relationship, this whole setup is for a temporary period. Once I quit or once they quit, the whole thing is gone. We get into a fresh environment, fresh scenario. These are all certain things which you have to remember well. Because that mantra speaks about that very clearly. Kosi. Kosi. Here also, one more thing is there. What is your name? Okay, I say, my name is Sudhakar. Okay, fine. That's only for this birth. I passed through several lives. So what was my name in the earlier? I don't know. What was in the other birth? I don't know. I got so many names. Nothing is mine. Nothing is mine. Mine only for that temporary period of one life. I go on to the next life. I don't know what my name will be. It will definitely change. So I got several names. I got several parents. I got several scenarios where I live. So this whole thing is very dynamic and moving on from one life to another, one life to another. Kosi. Ko, S mark with C. Kosi. So in split it is Kaha Asi. Kosi, Ko, S mark, that's Avagraha Chinha we call it as. Ko, Avagraha Chinha and C. When I split it is Kaha Asi. Katamosi. Katamosi. That's also the same thing. Katamo, Avagraha, Si. Katamaha, Asi. Kosi, Katamosi. Kasyasi. Kasyasi. When I split it is Kasyaha, Asi. There also an Avagrahashina is there. Kasyasi. Ko namasi. Kosi, Katamosi. Kasyasi, ko namasi, yasya te nama, amanmahi, yasya te nama, amanmahi. Yasya te nama amanmahi. Yam tva somena atitripama. Yam tva somena atitripama. Bhurbhuvaswaha. Bhurbhuvaswaha. Suprajabhihi. Suprajaha prajabhihi. Suprajaha prajabhihi. Suviro viraihi. Suprajaha prajabhihi syam. One word I have to add in the middle. Suprajaha prajabhihi syam. Suviro viraihi. Suviro viraihi. Suposho poshaihi. Suposho poshaihi. This is a mantra from Yajurveda 7.29. 7.29. Kosi katamosi kasyasi ko namasi. Kosi katamosi kasyasi ko namasi yasya te nama amanmahi yam tva somena atitrapama bhurbhuvasvaha suprajaha prajabhihi syam suviro viraihi suposho poshaihi. Yajurveda 7.29. Is a part of the ritual during Namakarna Samskara. Now to make this, you have to imagine the whole scene where this mantra is chanted. The father and mother are sitting before the Havan Kund. On their lap is the just born child, maybe a week old or 10 days old, 15 days old. Is playing on the lap of the parents, this father, mother, what it be. And now the father and mother are chanting the mantra. So this is scene we have to imagine. Mother and father before the Havan Kund, the child is on their lap and they are chanting this mantra. Now they are totally in wonderment. Totally in wonderment. They are puzzled through this small child, to see this small child on their lap. And so many questions are coming in their mind. Kosi, who are you? They are asking the just born baby, who are you? How can it say? It cannot say. We are also not able to understand. Who is it? It's a soul that we know. A soul has come into a Sharirindra Manas, what we as parents have manufactured. A manufactured Sharirindra Manas in a particular way. According to Karma Phala, a soul has got in. Who is it? No. The soul has no name. It's a body which has a name. After Namakarna, after christening, after naming ceremony, now it has no name. It had several names in earlier lives, which we don't remember, even that also doesn't remember. Kosi, who are you? We don't know who are you. Any one of us, we have no answer for it. We are a soul with a set of impressions. That's all we can say. We cannot say who it is specifically. And we don't know about its earlier journey also. Who are you? We are puzzled. Kosi. Kaha asi. Who are you? Katamosi. Katamosi. Katamaha asi. What is the order of this life of yours? Is it the fifth one? Is it the eighth one? Or the 10th one or 100th one? Sorry, we don't know. You have come again and you have taken birth and you are sleeping on our lap. That's all we know. What is the order of your life? We don't know. Every one of us have gone through hundreds and hundreds of lives. It's a continuous journey. There is no stop. There is no stop. There is no. We are not able to understand the order of our life. Oh child, what is the order of your birth here? Is the 10th one or the 100th one or the 1000th one? We don't know. But anyhow, you are again in the birth and death cycle. They have taken the form of a human being. This is all we know. We don't know the order, the number of this birth. Katamahasi. Kosi, Katamosi. Kasyasi. To whom you belong. To whom you belong. Now, we are referring to the soul, that we have to understand very clearly. To whom you belong. Of course, we have created this Sharira Indriya Manas for you, that's right. So, maximum we can claim that we are the manufacturer of Sharira Indriya Manas. What about the soul? Who owns the soul? To whom you belong to? Sorry, we don't know. Only one answer we give is, okay, you belong to God. That's the final answer. Kasyasi, to whom you belong. I cannot claim you belong to me. You belong to us. You cannot claim. Because we have not created the soul. The soul has been sent into the Sharirindra Manas, what we have manufactured. To whom you belong? You don't know. You belong to us through the Sharirindra Manas, for a temporary period. That's all I can say. That's the best answer I can give. For a certain span of life, you, soul, has entered into the Sharindra Manas which we have manufactured. And through that, yes, we call ourselves as your parents for a certain period. When the span is over, absolutely there is no relationship between you and me. To whom you belong, Tasyasi. Ko namasi. Another question which we have no answer. What is your name? Can I say it was so and so? No. Several lives, several names. A regular name, pet name, so many things we have. So what's your name? I don't know. To be precise, what was your name? I don't know. In each life we had your own name. Even in one life, if we wish, we can always change our name. Through law we can change our name. File an affidavit, say, so and so is called Suresh. From here onwards, I will be called as Mahesh. Suresh becomes Mahesh. Or just an affidavit, just an advertisement in the newspaper. That's as far as Indian law is concerned, it's over. My name is changed. I'm not that earlier one. In all documents, it can be changed. So what is my name? In one life itself, my name is not permanent or fixed. It's at my will I can change. Once, twice, 10 times, 15 times I can change. No problem at all. File an affidavit, give a public notification. Your name is changed. So what's your name? I don't know. For the present, my name is so. Even that the child cannot say because it's not even named now. They're going for that naming ceremony now. So its name is a big blank, a big dash. Earlier names you don't know. That's what a big list of names. And in the present birth, it's a dash to be filled up. What's your name? You don't know. Think of these 4 questions. Who are you? Number 1. Kosi. Katamosi. What is the order number of your birth now? Tasyasi, to whom you belong. Ko namasi, what's your name? All these 4 questions, when asked to anyone, you don't know the answer. The questions which are unanswerable. Always. Maybe we are grown and in this birth we can say this is so. But in this a big cycle of birth and death, and it's a newborn baby which is on our lap, these 4 questions remain 4 questions only. We don't know the answer. But these 4 being not answered, we cannot stop naming it. Because we have got 3 reasons for that. Vyavartana, Nirdeshana, Adarshana. For that purpose we have to give some name. Adarshana is very important for human beings because it sets up your goal. It sets up how you have to frame your personality, develop your personality with the help of parents and with your own effort. So it's a must. I cannot do it with just giving one number. Number is okay for Vyavartana and Nirdeshana, but Adarshana number will fail. So to give some name. That's the next one. Yasya te nama amanmahi. Yasya te nama amanmahi. But you are forced to give you some name for transactional purpose in this birth. I cannot do away naming. Yasya te nama amanmahi. So for that reason, we are now giving you some name. We are giving you some name. It is to identify you, to segregate you, and to set up a goal in your life for you. So what is that name? That's the one we are deciding now in the naming ceremony. Okay, we plan this and we refer you with this name here afterwards. We know very clearly that this name what we are giving is not for the soul, it's for the body. Because body and soul are not separable, with the same name we can call the soul also. But soul doesn't have a name of its own. It passed through several births. In every birth it had its own name. A name given to a soul is not right. You give the name to the body. It's very important. I'll come back to this point in the last samskara, antyeshti. So have to remember this point. Our naming is to the body and not to the soul. Soul doesn't have its own name. Soul just is a bundle of impressions, good and bad, that's all. And I don't have a name for that. It's just a bundle of good and bad. Good samskaras and bad samskaras, that's all. And it varies. The proportion of good and bad samskaras vary from soul to soul. That's all we know. There is no specific name for any soul. But you cannot do away with that. I have to give some name. So for this birth, as long as you are in this body, yes, we will call you Sudhakara. That's the goal set up. Sudhakara is a source of nectar. Is a source of nectar. So whatever you do should be like a nectar to others. That's the goal that is given to my life. So they have named me Sudhakara. Over. For some other person, they give some other name. That is for this purpose in this life only. Next life we don't know. Previous life we don't know. But it's necessary for this life. They are naming you. Yasya te nama amanmahi. So you are forced to give a name and we are giving it. Yasya te nama amanmahi. Then we speak about the responsibility of the parents towards the child. What's your responsibility towards the child? You have born the child. You have been responsible for the creation of the Sharindra Manas for that soul. Is that all? No. As parents, for having begotten the child, you have got certain responsibilities and duties to perform and discharge. So those things, they come in here. Yam tva somena atitrapama. Yam tva somena atitrapama. We will appease you. We will appease you. We'll see that you find the contentment. We'll see that you are satisfied with what best we can offer. Soma. Soma is the essence. Essence. Essence of everything what you know. Maybe food, maybe clothing, maybe knowledge, maybe shelter. These are all the needs. These are all the needs of the physique. Knowledge and other things, they are the needs of the soul. So what are the needs of you with the Sharira, Indriya, Manas plus soul, that's yourself? We'll give the best what we can. We'll give the essence of what best we have got. So that your needs are satisfied well. Physical, mental and spiritual, all. Somena atitrapama. Shall satisfy you. We shall supply you all the best we can. Yam tva somena atitrapama. Trupa truptav. You'll see that appeased, you are appeased. Your needs are satisfied. Somena, the best what is under our reach, what is under our control. So it's a responsibility of the parents. They have to take care of the child and give it what all it needs in the best form that you can. The essence of what you have. The best what you have. Bhurbhuva swaha. So all this we are telling in the name of God. Bhuhu, which is everywhere omnipresent. Bhoha, which is the supporter of the whole universe. Swaha, which is Ananda and Shanti. So in the name of God, we vow, we promise. What are the things? Yam tva somena atitrapama, number one. Then you got Suprajaha prajabhisyam. Suprajaha prajabhisyam. We being Supraja, we being the best citizens of this world, we being good, we having been achieved the purpose of human life. Supraja. Jani Pradurbhave. To take birth is Ja. Every animal, every creature takes birth. Dog to pig. They all give birth to the children. But here he is speaking of Supraja. Good and in the best way. Because of a special opportunity what we got as human beings. We aren't dogs or pigs. They are human beings. We can think, we can analyze, we can manipulate the content of good and bad in the soul. We can strengthen it, we can purify it, we can spoil it also if you are not intelligent enough. So this is a great opportunity what we have got. So first we shall be the best children. We shall be the best parents. We shall be the best human beings. And will make you also best. Suprajaha prajabhisyam. Being the best parents, being the best citizens of this universe, will make you also the same, to the best of our capacity. Suprajaha prajabhisyam. Suviro viraihi syam. We take it again. Suviro viraihi syam. Viraha. In the colloquial language, it is one who is brave, valiant. But the Vedic meaning is one who motivates and inspires. That's a Veera. One who inspires and motivates. So we being motivated and inspired, in turn, will motivate and inspire you to lead a good human life. Who is useful to the self and the society around. Suviro viraihi syam. We will be inspired, we will be motivated, and will transfer the same motivation, inspiration to you, our children. So that you lead a better human life and achieve the purpose of human life. Purpose of human life is to better the proportion of good and bad in the soul. This we can manipulate only as human beings, not otherwise. And last promise is Suposho Poshaihi. Posha is nourishment. What are all the inputs that are required for all these things? But we will get the input and transfer the same input to you. We become nourished and pass on the same nourishment to you, O child. So it has got several shades. This mantra has got several shades. First we ask 4 questions which nobody is able to answer. And the most intelligent person also cannot answer these questions. Who are you? What is the order of this birth? To whom you belong? What's your name? Beautiful 4 questions. The answer is, I don't know, sorry, I don't know, I don't know, I don't know. But for practical purposes, I have to give some name, I'll give you this name. And this name, please note, it is for the body and not the soul. Because if it was the name of the soul, it should have been known. It should have been known to us. And there is no purpose for Namakarna. There is no reason for Namakarna. Anyhow, the name of the soul is known, and I call it by that name. But the soul doesn't have its own name. Whatever name is given is to the body in which it resides. And once the body is gone, that name is also gone. Because they are together, the body and the soul, with the same name we transact with the soul. But the soul doesn't have its own name. It keeps on changing. The only thing what you understand about soul is there. It's a bundle of positives and negatives, positive impressions, negative impressions. The proportion of what are they makes one soul different from the other. That's all we know. Name we don't know. Name is purely temporary for each birth. So I have got 4 questions. Who are you? What's the order of this birth? To whom you belong? And what's your name? Beautiful questions and no answer for any of these questions. Finally, okay, for this life, for the purpose of transaction, we give you a name. That's the ultimate answer we can give for this. And while giving that name, because it's a human being, we consider three dimensions. One is Vyavartana, segregating, Nirdeshana, directing, Adarshana, to give a goal to the life. That's the best we can do here. We are doing it. And we have got some commitments to you as parents. For I have given this Sharindra Manas for the soul. We got certain commitment towards the child. We will keep those commitments. We will hold on to those commitments in the name of God. Whenever some vote taking is there in the circumstance, we say, I take this oath in the name of God. I take this oath in the name of my parents. I take this oath in the name of the citizens. So many things. In whose name we take the oath? He said, now here I am taking this oath in the name of God. Hu boha swaha. What's it? I shall give you the best what I have. Yamtva somena atitrupama. I will see that the best I have is yours. Then, suprajaha prajabhisyam. I shall be a gentleman. I shall be a good human being. Gentleman, gentle lady, everything. And the same gentleness, the same nobleness, I will pass it on to you. Suviro vire. I shall be inspired. I shall be motivated to do good things. And the same motivation, inspiration, I pass it on to you. Suposho poshahi. I shall be nourished. I shall get all the nourishment what I can. And the best of these nourishments, I will pass it on to you. These are my commitments. I shall give you the best. I shall be best human being and make you a best human being. I shall be motivated and inspired. Make you also a person having good motivation, inspiration, and I shall be nourished. I shall pass it on to you. Yajurveda 7.29. So here we got several things. One is you are trying to understand the structure of the soul. Not in terms of to whom it belongs, in terms of name, or it's not possible. Just as a combination of positive and negative, understand you. We don't know your name. We give one now. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll give you the best. We'll be good citizens and make you a good citizen of the world. And we shall be motivated and inspired. We shall inspire you also, to motivate also to lead a good human life. We get nourishment and we give you the nourishment. This meaning of this mantra. During naming ceremony. So I got our own commitment. We announce our commitment to the child. We think about certain questions. We don't have an answer, which nobody can answer. Even if they ask it to me, even now I don't know what it is. Who am I? I don't know. Now I can know a little by analyzing my own personality through introspection. Okay, this is a bundle of positives and negatives in me. Now I can understand a little. As a grown-up, after performing a lot of introspection. And what's the order of life even today? I don't know. I'm in this life, I know. Is it 10th or 100th or 1000th? I don't know. Even now. To whom I belong? Now I can say that I belong to God. That's all I know. I can't say I belong to my parents. I can't say I belong to my kith and kin relatives. No. What was my name? I don't know. But my name now given to this body is so and so. This much I can say. As we grow up, little answer we are able to get for these 4, but we are definitely not able to answer these 4 questions fully. We can't. I am given this name for this person. And that too, the name is for not the soul, but it's for the Sharindra Manas. Soul is invisible. So everybody recognizes me by looking into my Sharindra Manas only. Oh, this is so and so. That's all. And the other 4, they are the oaths what my parents took when they named me. They have done their best. Now the same thing I continue in this life with reference to my children. I give them the names in such a way that it will satisfy the 3 conditions. Vyavartana, Nirdeshana, Adarshana. That's the reality. That's the reality. We can't go beyond this. That's our limitation. We can't know beyond this. It's a fact. So try to understand the fact with reference to our relationship with the child. Kosi, katamosi, kasyasi, ko namasi. Yasya te nama amanmahi. Yamtva somena atitrupama Kurbhosvaha Suprajaha Prajabhisyam Suviro Viraihi Suposho Poshehi. These are our promises. This is Yajurveda 7.29. To feel the scene, the just born baby is on the lap, and this is the thing we are talking with the child. Of course, it cannot respond. We are trying to understand what this whole process is. The child doesn't belong to us. It's a soul which is in the body of a child. Of course, this was created by us. So I got a lot of commitment for the Sharirindra Manas, the soul, and all that we are trying to understand. Yes, for having given birth to this child, these are all our commitments. Our responsibility doesn't end by giving birth to the child. It is a continuous process. We have to see that the child achieves its goal through this name. We are given a goal through the name. So I have to do our best so that the child will achieve that goal and be useful to self and the society. This is Namakana Samskara, and this is the main mantra in the Namakana Samskara. Other things are general rituals. This is specific for Namakana Samskara. Yajurveda 7.29. Then based on this mantra, we have got one more mantra from Mantra Brahmana. Om. It's also there in Gobhila Grihya Sutra. Mantra Brahman, Gobhila Grihya Sutra. Om Kosi. Kosi. Katamosi. Yeshaha asi. Yeshaha asi. Amrutaha asi. Yeshaha asi. Amrutaha asi. Ahaspatyam. Ahaspatyam. Masam. Ahaspatyam. Masam. Pravisha. Asav. Pravisha. Asav. Asav. You put that asav within brackets. You put asav in the brackets. Because whatever name we have given to it, that we pronounce here, asav. Ahaspatyam masam pravisha sudhira. So the name what I given to the child is Sudhira. Say Sudhira. Ahaspatya masam pravisha subhashini. So in that place of asav, we chant the name what we have given. It is from Mantra Brahmana and Gobhila Grihya Sutra. So between these two, ನೋಡಲ್ಲಿ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಿದ್ದಾನೆ ತೋರ್ಸು. So between these two, the first one, it's all question mark. Second one is all that's the name part of it, by giving such and such a name. Still other questions remain, Kosi, Katamosi, it all remains. So before that, what we do is, we speak into the ears of the child, the parents. One from the right ear, one from the left ear, they speak. Vedosi, Vedosi, Vedosi. 3 times they chanted. You are Veda, you are Veda, you are Veda. Veda, okay, the scriptures, that's on one side. Outside Veda means you are a human being who is capable of understanding things and using your intellect. I got a good instruments. That's Vedaha Asi, Vedaha Asi, Veda. You are bestowed with a beautiful instrument where you can think and analyze and understand. So you are that. That's common to all children, all human children. Vedosi, Vedosi, Vedosi. Then we chant into the ears of the child the name what we have selected for the child. Sushrutosi, Sushrutosi, Sushrutosi. We are giving you the name Sushruta, Sushruta, Sushruta. Maybe any name what we are going to give. It need not be only that. Sushruta, if that's the one, your name is so and so, your name is so and so, your name is so and so. You first tell the child and announce to the gathering that this child hereafterwards shall be called as Sushruta. Whatever it is, whatever name you select. So after that, we again say the same mantra. There are some two changes are there. Yeshaha asi, you are that, and Amrutosi, you are eternal. Should not mistake. When I say eternal, I am speaking to the soul, not the body. Body is not eternal. One day the body falls. We cremate it, we burn it. So the permanent thing here in this structure is the soul, and all other things are temporary. The soul is permanent. Not in this body, but it's a big journey. It never stops. It moves on from one to another, one to another, one to another. And finally, when it gets out of this birth and death cycle, it will be in a state of salvation. It will be in a state of Shanti and Ananda. That's the state of moksha. And at the end of that, again it gets into birth and death cycle. That's why it has no death. The soul has no death. The soul lives and lives eternally. It's neither created nor be destroyed. It continues and continues in one form or the other, in one state or the other. Amrutosi, we have to understand about the soul. Amrita refers to soul. Not the combination of Sharindra, Manas and soul. It's not permanent. One day it will be together for some period and they just get separated. That's the reality. So Amrutosi, you are eternal. O soul, you are eternal. You continue your journey through several bodies and several situations. It's fine. Ahaspatya Masam Pravisha. So the day rolls on. Ahaspatya is rolling of the day. The days roll on. And from one month to another, you just be traveling. So this point is be clear. The next one what we are seeing. So day after day, month after month, you stay in this Sharindra Manas as long as possible. Make the best use of it for your improvement, your upliftment as a soul. And this is what we wish you. This is the blessing from the parents to the child. First, we are wondering who you are and we promise these things. And next, we give some name to you. Vedosi, Vedosi, Vedosi. There is generic name and a specific name we give. And this you shall be identified with this name in this life. And we are giving this to Sharindra Manas within brackets, you know very clearly. And we wish you long life. Go on from month to month and month to month. Varun. Jorakari. Jorakari. Varun. Joragi. Joragi. So the next mantra is very clearly a blessing. Very clearly a blessing. And this is taken from Mantra Brahmana and Gobhila Kriya Sutra once again. We'll dictate it. Om Satvahane. 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 Paridadatu. 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 Ahastva, 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 ratriyai, ahastva, ratriyai paridadatu, ratriyai paridadatu. Ratrihi tva ahoratrabhyam, ratrihi tva ahoratrabhyam paridadatu, paridadatu. Ahoratrau, ahoratrau tu, ahoratrau tu ardhamasebhyah, ardhamasebhyah paridattam, ardhamasebhyah paridattam. Ardhamasaha tva, ardhamasaha tva, ardhamasaha tva masebhyah, masebhyah paridadatu, paridadatu. Masastu, masastu ऋतुभ्यः, मासास्तु ऋतुभ्यः परिददतु, मासास्तु ऋतुभ्यः परिददतु. ऋतवः, raise vowel, ऋतवः त्वा संवत्सराय, संवत्सराय परिददतु, संवत्सराय परिददतु. संवत्सरः, संवत्सरः त्वा आयुषे, त्वा आयुषे जरायै, आयुषे जरायै परिददातु, परिददातु. Within brackets asau, within brackets there we have to utter the name what you have just given it. Paridadatu Suhasini, Paridadatu Subhasha. This mantra is seen earlier also. But anyhow, you just glance through. Say, "O child, we give you to the day. Let the day give you to the night. Let day and night carry you to Ardhamasa." Ardhamasa is Paksha, fortnight. Let this day and night pass on you to the fortnight. Let the fortnight pass on you to the month. Let the months transfer you to the Rutu. Rutu is for 2 months, one Rutu. And I got 6 Rutus. And let the Rutus, it's not there, it's in brackets. Let the Rutus pass on you to Ayana. Let this Ayana pass on you to the Samvatsara. Samvatsara is year. And let such years pass on you through your span of life to your old age. Jarai. Jara means old age. Till your old age, let the Samvatsaras pass on you to that. And O child, you live long. That's the blessing. It's very simple to understand. Okay, we have to live for several years, 100 years, that's fine. But 100 years will not come in one stroke. It's a big chain of days and nights. So I have to live the day and live the night well, so that I will be given a gift of one more day and night. Live well, make the best use of it, you will be given a bonus of one more day and night. Like that, it passes on from day and night to Paksha, fortnight, then to the month, then to the Rutu, then to the Ayana, then to Samvatsara. Samvatsara is not granted in one lump, in one basket. I have to gain day after day. That's the truth. So if I live properly, well, in a particular day, the next day will be granted to me. So thank God, I have got one more day. That's all. If I do well and make the best use of it, then I get one more day. Oh, thank God, I have got one more day. So day after day, when I just put them in a thread, finally it becomes a Samvatsara, and several Samvatsaras put together. Yes, I get a long life for me. That's how it happens. Whether I know it or whether I don't know. Day after day only, the beads are put into that big chain. So we wish this child to live long until it makes the best use of the instrument what it has got in the form of Sharira Indriya Manas. It's a blessing. So after that, we go for Purnahuti. Purnahuti that I given. That is Gayatri Mantra. Then Namah Shambhavaya Cha. Then we go to Purnahuti. Om Sarvam Vai Purnagam Swaha. Om Sarvam Vai Purnagam Swaha. So at the end, all the invitees who have come to this naming ceremony, they bless the child. So that's the last one here. That is, Hey Balaka, Hey Balaka, Tvam, Aishman, Varchasvi, Hey Balaka, Tvam, Aishman, Varchasvi, Tejasvi, Shriman, Bhuyaha. This is for a Balaka, and it is a girl child. Hey Balike, Hey Balike, Tvam Aishmati, Varchasvini, Tejasvini, Varchasvini, Tejasvini, Shrimati Bhuyaha. Shrimati Bhuyaha. So first is a blessing from the parents to the child. So let every Samvatsara carry on due to the old age. And now all the invitees are there, they bless the child like this. Hey Balaka or Hey Balike, we wish you Aishman. We wish you with longevity. Aishmati, that's the feminine gender. Varchasvi, healthy, we wish you health. Tejasvi, with all potent and knowledge and power. And Shrimati, with knowledge. We wish you all knowledge. We wish you to become intelligent. We want you to become hale and healthy. And wish you longevity. This also I told, this blessing from the parents or from anyone is not just a blessing out of their mouth, out of their throat, but it's a commitment by them also to see that the child gets that. And whatever it needs, they promise that we will give you at any point of time. We wish you that we want you to become like this, and our assistance, our guidance is always there with you. It's a commitment by the invitees to the child. First commitment is from the parents, that's true. And others also who have witnessed this whole situation. They say that, yes, it's a good thing. You are given a goal in your life. And to achieve it, whatever assistance you need, whatever guidance you need, yes, we are there with you, with your parents. So that commitment, they all bless the child. And okay, other things, as usually, I get together, eat, and do other things, and get away. This is the essence of Namakarna Samskara. With these mantras and these explanations, if a naming ceremony is to be performed in your place, in the Vedic way, you also can do it. Chant all those things, explain, be done with that. So this is about Namakarna Samskara. Then the next Samskara we are going into is the Nishkramana Samskara. Nishkramana Samskara. Just an introduction in 1 or 2 sentences. Yes, the just born baby will be protected within the house, with less light, with less sound and other things, because we are simulating the condition in the garbha of the mother. In the garbha of in the womb of the mother, there is no light, there is no sound, all through the mother only. So it's not exposed to the external environment. So it is a transition state. So for a few months, it is protected in the house. Slightly we expose it to light, expose it to sound and the external environment. And finally, we have to take the baby out and show it the whole environment outside. That day is called as a Nishkamana Samskara. In simple words, that Nishkamana Samskara is baby's day out. The first day out for the baby. That's the Nishkamana Samskara. So what are the things we have to consider there? How we have to take it out? And what are the things that we have to introduce it to, expose it to? So many things we discuss there. And every action of this, giving the name, taking it out, everything, we are trying to make the soul understand the realities of the world and trying to help it to manipulate the positive and negative impressions what it has got. We'll see that Nishkamana Samskara in the next class. That's ಮೂರನೇ ಭಾನುವಾರ ಬರ್ತದಮ್ಮ 22 8 15 okay. This Sunday we can have. This Sunday, then Saturday night for you, we'll have the class. Okay, thank you.